Hey, it's nachos. What? Okay, we've showed you how to make nachos at home, but how about buffalo chicken wings? Well, what are they? Well, they started out, at least one story says, at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo by someone called Teresa Bellissimo. Does that sound like a stage name to you? Or Mother Teresa, as she called. She had a bunch of chicken wings left over, threw them under a broiler, and served them to her patrons one Friday night. Now, Calvin Trillin, who's a well-known author of books like Alice, Let's Eat, and also writes for The New Yorker, he tracked down a guy called John Young in the 60s who claimed that he served chicken wings with a mambo sauce. So there are actually two different stories there. However, today, they're simply fried with a nice spice rub on them, chicken wings, and served with blue cheese dressing and celery sticks or whatever. So it is a food you can do at home. They taste great. And Matt's here to explain exactly how to do it the right way.
Great.
Are you ready to do chicken wings at home?
I am, with some of this mambo sauce. All right, the first step is cutting up the chicken. You want to cut the tip off. And right below that bottom little notch there, you can just run a knife right through there. The second step is flip it over and at an angle, your knife will almost settle right into the notch there between the joint. Just run the knife right through. And it's quick and clean. So it really is simple and fast. We have about 18 wings here. It's just about 3 pounds. Now the chicken's prepped, next step is preheating the oil. We liked using the heaviest Dutch oven we had, which is this big Creuset. It's 8 quart.
The $140 monster, right?
It'll last you a lifetime. You'll pass it to your grandchildren, and it looks gorgeous on your shelf.
Now, how much do you have? 2.5 inches deep of oil?
Good guess. Yeah, it's about 2.5 inches deep with peanut oil. Peanut oil has quite a high smoke point. It's got a very clean flavor, and for fried food, it's great. So we're going to heat that up here. And it's going to take a while. It's a lot of oil. It's a heavyweight pan.
So is this the typical frying thing where the oil's like 360 or 70, or is it a different?
360 on the nose.
All right.
It should take about 5 to 10 minutes for that to heat.
Okay.
Next step is making our sauce. The original recipe, supposedly, quote unquote, is 2 parts Frank's hot sauce,
which is this stuff here?
Often called Frank's Louisiana hot sauce. And despite its label, it's just not that hot.
And so what did it have? 2 parts of this to what?
1 part margarine.
Ah, good. So
margarine.
We're going to use butter, okay?
We're going to use butter. Butter makes it better.
Okay, so we got butter.
We have half a stick of butter, 4 tablespoons, and we're going to melt that. And then we had to stick with Frank's. It's the only thing we could use. So half a cup of Frank's.
It's the only thing we could use because we want to be authentic with this recipe?
We want to be authentic. So we're going to melt the butter and the Frank's. And then, since it's not that hot, we need the Tabasco.
Okay.
2 tablespoons Tabasco.
I don't know if I can eat this. This is too hot for me.
Oh, we'll give you a beer. This is pretty traditional to this point. But then we found that a little dark brown sugar, the hot chili peppers really take well to having a little sweetness in them. And the final ingredient is just 2 teaspoons apple cider vinegar. And that's going to add some sharpness, bring the flavors up. All right, the sauce is melted here. And we can turn the heat off. And the oil's got a few minutes yet to go, so let's go ahead and clean up our board and get ready for the rest of the recipe.
Okay, we'll clean up, be back a couple minutes, and we're going to finish off this quick and easy bath food. So the oil's almost ready now, another couple minutes, but meanwhile we're going to make the rub, the spice rub for the wings, right?
Yeah.
With more, I see, of like cayenne, more heat here.
It's building layers of cayenne. It's all these different flavors going on. And yes, in fact, it is more cayenne. We go with a teaspoon of cayenne.
Now, what's the stuff you just put into?
That is cornstarch. We tried cooking the wings without any sort of starchy coating, and they didn't give us what we wanted. Crispy, brown, and just a little something for the sauce to stick to. And we tried flour, rice flour, and cornstarch proved to be the best. It was light and crisp. So it's a teaspoon of cayenne, teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of table salt. And we're just going to mix that up a little bit here. But before we can put it on, there's a very important step here. We need to dry the chicken. So, paper towels, and just kind of work it. It's not so pretty, but it works really well.
So you don't have to like take them out and put them on a flat surface and...
No, I really like using the paper towels in the bowl. Works well. And you can work the paper towels in there and give them a good squeeze. Just get that moisture out of there.
Okay.
They're dry. Now we can sprinkle the rub over top. And personally, I would like to use my hands to mix it up, but I'll use a rubber spatula. Keep it a little clean.
Now you would use your hands because you always use your hands for any kind of mixing here, right?
I do. Hands work great. They really do. You can feel everything as you go.
Okay, so how's the oil?
Let's check it out.
So again, we're looking for what, 360, 370?
We are...
There.
Ah, there we go. All right, we're ready to go here. What we're going to do is fry half the wings at a time. So, in they go. You want to give frying foods plenty of room to cook on their own.
So that's why you have a big 8-quart pot, right?
It is. Now we wait till it's golden and crispy, which is just about 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay. Those look great. I have to admit, I'm a little skeptical about this recipe, but they look great. Golden brown. Are they going to be nice and crispy? They look crispy on the outside.
They're going to be just shattering crispy.
And again, this is what, 10 or 12 minutes, right?
It's been about 12 minutes. And they're just perfectly golden. And we are going to pull them using our handy little spider here. That's the first batch there.
So let's just see one of these. I'll just pick one up. So nice and crispy. It's very crispy. It's almost like a hard, crispy outer shell.
You want it extra hard because you're going to be putting the sauce on it.
And also, there's nothing worse than soggy fleshy chicken wings. So those look great.
And we'll just put them in a 200-degree oven to keep warm. Ready to eat.
So we're back, and then we're going to have 2 batches done, ready to go. We're going to pour some sauce on them and finish up this recipe and have what I hope to be superior buffalo chicken wings. Okay, our second batch looks like it's ready to go. And not much oil actually gets into the food. I didn't say it was healthy, but it's healthier than you think it is.
And let's drain these off. They're just stunning. Look at that.
You know, I've never eaten buffalo chicken wings, ever.
You know, I hadn't until a few years ago. I grew up in the Mid-Atlantic, and I don't know, I just never got into them. And then I had them, and everything changed. Let's move this over to the cutting board here.
So we also have some celery and carrots and some blue cheese dressing, which is, by the way, the one we've made here at America's Test Kitchen. It's on our website, americastestkitchen.com. We actually make it with real blue cheese, of mild and creamy type.
Let me pour the sauce there. Oh, look at that, Chris. Stir it up.
I'm ready. Are you ready? Is this going to be really hot? Is it going to burn my hands?
I don't know. It's part of the challenge.
Why? That's spicy. Woo! Yeah, see? You pour all that pepper in it.
That's good, though, because you taste the
delicious.
cayenne. And,
It is spicy, though.
but it's sweet. It's tart.
You know, it's got that sweet, sour, peppery thing. It wasn't when I bit into it. It's when I inhaled it. When I got close to my nose.
You get the hot vinegar coming right off.
It's vinegary. It's hot. It's fried. I mean, you got all the favorite American things. You got a little sweet. You got a little vinegary. You know. You got the fat with the fried with a nice outer coating. And you got chicken. Everyone likes chicken. And you got heat. So you got everything. So I got to
dip it.
That's not just for the crudité, huh?
No. It's
all
right. Tempers the heat.
That is the absolute weirdest thing I've ever tasted in my life, but it's delicious. I admit it.
It's perfect.
Wait, this is very strange, but it's delicious. I got to ask you, because I'm no expert. These are the best buffalo wings?
So we've been told. We have some folks from Buffalo here in the kitchen.
What are they called, buffaloes?
Buffalonians?
Okay.
I don't know.
And they say they're the best?
They say they're the best.
Okay, from the horse's mouth, the buffalo's mouth, we have, according to the local experts, the best buffalo wings.